everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MoonFauna, and today we'll be making Lydia Deetz and Beetlejuice, because with the release of the second movie and my love of Monster High, I thought it would be extra fun to try making the Skullector dolls in The Sims 4. These particular Skullector dolls were released in 2021 and were inspired by the 1988 Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. By the time this video is out, Monster High will have released their new versions of Lydia and Beetlejuice in February of 2025, featuring their wedding outfits. Personally, I would have rathered the re-release of the original dolls. When I look at the photos on the Mattel website and compare them versus the new ones, it's just not a fair comparison to me, especially when it comes to the Beetlejuice doll. The original's hair is gorgeous. Also, if they were making new dolls, I wish they would have given us the original Beetlejuice instead of the feminine version we've seen in the last few years with dolls like Frankenstein and Jack Skellington, that they can make masculine dolls that look good. I know that the femme dolls sell better, but we also know that these are fan club member dolls and that they're going to sell out. I guess we'll have to see what collectors say when they get the dolls in person, but let's get into The Sims. One of my favorite CC hair creators is Daylife Sims, and this creator has made an amazing replica of the movie hair for Lydia. Absolute perfection. Lydia's makeup was a little harder to replicate. Her style reads to me as preppy goth mixed with romantic goth, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Her makeup is designed to make her look pale with dramatic eyes that give a gaunt and ghostly look. Her lipstick, on the other hand, is actually pretty subtle. There's a slight reddish tint, and that's it. Her overall look is an interesting contrast to the ghosts Adam and Barbara living in her home. They look more alive than she does, which I think is kind of the point with the themes and plot of the movie. Now, when I think of Lydia Deetz, I think of two main outfits. The iconic red dress, which we will do our best to recreate for her formal wear, and the second outfit that she is most well known for, in my opinion, is her uniform that she dances in at the end of the movie. I felt I had to include the uniform as her first everyday outfit, which is what I'm working on here. I know the Skullector doesn't have this outfit, but we'll try and find something similar to that later for her second everyday outfit. So, with Lydia finally starting to look like herself, let's get down to the details. Or the deets, if you will. I know, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. According to Lydia's Wikipedia page, she is a 15-year-old goth girl from New York City who moved to Connecticut with her father, a real estate agent, and her stepmother, who is looking for inspiration for her new art collection. Lydia is quick to discover that her new home is haunted and sympathizes with the ghosts Adam and Barbara enough to try and convince her parents that ghosts are real. The attempt at convincing her parents doesn't go as planned, and several ghostly situations later, Lydia must do the one thing she was told not to do: call on Beetlejuice 3 times in order to help save Adam and Barbara. But Beetlejuice will only do it if Lydia agrees to marry him. Beetlejuice can only leave the netherworld and remain in the mortal world by marrying someone alive. A 700-ish-year-old ghost wants to marry a 15-year-old. It's gross. Thankfully, Barbara and a well-timed sandworm are able to stop Beetlejuice. Now the ghosts and Deetz live in harmony while Beetlejuice is sent back to the netherworld waiting room. That is until the second movie. Did you guys enjoy it? Please let me know in the comments, because I liked it, but I don't think it did the characters justice. There were a lot of storylines going on, and I wish it would have been more singularly focused for a deeper storyline and connection to the characters. Also, I wish they would do a movie for the Broadway Beetlejuice script. The songs are fantastic, and if they could get Alex Brightman back to play Beetlejuice, I think people would eat that movie up. But let's get back to Lydia. I made her characteristics as loner and gloomy. Her aspiration is best-selling author because of her love of poetry. I wish The Sims had a photography aspiration, but no worries, I've added it to her likes. Her other likes are writing, dancing, the color black, spooky music, deep thoughts, stories, homebody Sims, and pessimistic Sims. When I'm able to get my hands on the Life and Death expansion pack, I think we will revisit Lydia because the macabre trait seems perfect for her. Plus, some of the cast clothes in the pack would look really good on her. Speaking of outfits, I am obsessed with this CC red dress for her formal wear. I had several options that I was debating, but when I saw this one, there was no question it was the one. Out of all the outfits, the swimwear might be one of my favorites. The swim cover-up with the glasses and the hat just screamed Lydia avoiding the sun by the water, probably forced to be there by her parents for some reason or another. Alrighty, it's showtime. Moving on to Beetlejuice. Like many Skullector dolls, Beetlejuice has been gender swapped and she is freaky fierce. I think the doll is beyond gorgeous, at least her first rendition, with the perfect mix of ghoul and glam. Lydia was a difficult sim to make because I was basing her on Winona Ryder, but Beetlejuice was difficult almost for the opposite of that reason. Monster High Beetlejuice looks nothing like Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice, so she was a blank slate with her doll features, but I still wanted her to look interesting and have that Monster High glam we know and love the doll for. However, I don't know if I'm totally in love with her, but maybe that's just because I love how well Lydia turned out. Anyway, one of the things that made making her difficult was trying to find a hair that was the perfect color and length to match the Skullector. I wish I could have found something longer for her hair to do the doll justice, but I love the color and I feel the essence is there, and that's the most important part. The CC creator, Moon Neon Nature, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but I'll put their name on the screen, has created some fun pieces for Monster High, and I couldn't pass up using the carousel hat, and you'll see it later on for the winter outfit, the scary cool shoes. My one gripe with the doll, I would have to say, are the eyes. They're a bright turquoise color that does pair well with the green hair and purple makeup, but they don't feel like Beetlejuice, and I wish different choices were made in the creation. Earlier when I was looking through the eye colors, I tried a few different colors such as green, yellow, and even purple, and they all looked so good and had a better oomph that giving the blue felt like a letdown. However, as you can see, I conceded and stuck with them to match the doll. I figured my next choice will be controversial enough. I thought it was going to be a lot easier finding a striped suit with all the CC items that I have, but that was not the case in this department, and I know some of you are going to hate the suit I chose because it isn't those classic Beetlejuice stripes, but I felt it was the most Monster High glam suit that I could find that still embodies the style of the character. And honestly, Beetlejuice looks amazing in it, so I hope you forgive me. Who is Beetlejuice as a person? Who is the ghost with the most? According to the Wikipedia, Beetlejuice from the movie is a mischievous ghost who died in the 14th century during the Black Plague in Italy. He was a grave robber in life, and in death advertises himself as a bio-exorcist, able to be summoned with his name said 3 times. His main goal is to rejoin the living, but the only way for him to do so, as we said earlier, is to marry a living person. Thankfully, a hungry sandworm thwarts his plans. I decided to make our version of Beetlejuice a spellcaster because of their abilities in the movies. However, with the Life and Death expansion, I have been debating if we should make them into a ghost. So let me know if we should keep Beetlejuice the way she is, or if I should come back when I have the expansion pack and make them into a ghost. Beetlejuice doesn't look ghostly like the Sims version, but since they are a ghost, it might be fun for them to have the ghost skill tree. For their traits, I gave them kleptomaniac, slob, and erratic. Their aspiration is chief of mischief, and their likes are pranks, mischief, deception, acting, comedy, jokes, silly behavior, malicious interactions, dancing, potty humor, affection, compliments, flirtation, funny Sims, rascals, egotistical Sims, pessimistic Sims, emotional decision makers, argumentative Sims, ambitious list Sims, spooky music, strange tunes, acting, and the colors green, black, and red. I also thought it would be fun to give them the original spelling of their name for their last name, and then the more common spelling for their first. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. One of my favorite parts of all Beetlejuice's outfits are the nails. They make every outfit 10 times better, especially the first formal outfit, which just needs love. I tried to make it accurate to the original movie wedding scene. I technically made these Sims before the Monster High announcement, and this is future MoonFauna doing the voiceover, so I probably would have made some different choices if I had saw the Mattel photos, but either way, I had to give them a second formal outfit because our Beetlejuice is far more glamorous. The sparkles and striped dress fit the Monster High vibe to a T. The athletic outfit cracks me up and I love it. But the winter outfit is my favorite, especially with those amazing shoes. Let me know your favorite outfits and which of the Sims is your favorite. I hope you enjoyed these two to die for gorgeous gals. I had a real fun time making them. There are more creeptacular ghouls coming soon, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to come back for more. Until we meet again, goodbye for now. Ugh, doing voiceovers is really scary, so if you're still here, thank you. And please leave me a ghost emoji in your comments below. Bye again.